Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well. Now for today's video, I want to share with you guys a list of products I regret buying. Now as sad as these videos are to make, I think they're equally important because these serve as a PSA against products that I feel you should stay away from. But of course, I'll have to give a disclaimer because we are on the internet where you're not allowed to have opinions. So I'll start off by saying that skincare, hair care, makeup are super subjective. Some things that might work for me might not work for you and vice versa. And I always advise you to do your due diligence because I want you to invest into products that you'll absolutely fall in love with. And these products are sadly not it for me, and some of them I didn't even buy. I just invested my time and my love into it, and it still hurts. So if you want to know my updated list of products I regret buying, then please keep on watching. Let's start off with skincare, and the first product I have comes from Akind, which is Meera Kapoor's brand, and this is their Fresh Start Oil-Free Balancing Cleanser. Now I actually purchased it because I thought it was a makeup remover sort of a cleanser, so that's my bad. But I did try it as a face wash, and I really did try it, and I faced the same issue that I've faced with so many other face washes that have a similar texture to this one, which is a non-foaming creamy cleanser. And honestly, face washes like these just do not work for me. They clog my skin, they break me out. It doesn't even feel like I've cleansed my skin. It honestly feels like I'm rubbing a moisturizer on my skin, and it's not a fun experience. So even though it did have some really promising ingredients in there like mandelic acid, it just did not work for me at all, and I would not suggest it to you. I know a lot of people do not enjoy, a really stripping foaming cleanser, but something in between that's creamy yet foaming is my perfect sweet spot, or a gel based cleanser that's not going to dry out my skin or strip my skin down completely. Something like this that does not foam at all is not even sensually that pleasing to me. I need that experience of a foaming face wash to feel cleansed as well. So this is a no-no from my side. The second product I have for you guys comes from Minimalist, and this one really disappointed me. This is their HOCL skin purifying spray. I'm not even going to try to pronounce HOCL's full form, or maybe I will wait. This is hypochlorous acid. It wasn't even that difficult. Hypochlorous acid. Basically, this is supposed to support skin barrier and help fight acne, eczema, and redness. And this is meant for all skin type. This is an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial spray. So I really wanted to try it out, especially for the summertime when I do get garmiyon ke dane. So I don't really have eczema or breakouts, like active breakouts, but I do get garmiyon ke dane and my skin gets really inflamed in the summertime. This one actually made my skin feel more itchy. Like this felt like this is sensitizing my skin more, which is so weird because this is supposed to calm my skin down, but it did not do that. And I didn't try it for just one time. I tried it multiple times, and every single time I sprayed it on my skin, it felt like my skin was burning up, which is so weird. It's not supposed to work that way. So I was really sad that it's doing literally the opposite of what it's supposed to do. I only have one hair care product for you, and it comes from Bare Anatomy. It is their cleansing scalp scrub, and I buy scalp scrubs because I have flaky scalp. I don't have chronic dandruff, but I do have flakes in my scalp. So scalp scrub just seems something that's going to be a nice option for me, and this one sadly was so disappointing. Now this has, I think, some sort of chemical exfoliants in there, but it also has sugar in there. So it felt like it's going to work in like a dual way, wherein you can get some physical exfoliation and some chemical exfoliation. It smells literally like a very generic 90s ka shampoo, so there's nothing special there. But the sad part about it is that the sugar doesn't even reach your scalp. So again, when it comes to the texture, it doesn't even feel like you're actually scrubbing, which sometimes can feel really satisfactory, that you're getting the satisfaction of a physical scrub. The sugar actually just stays on top of your hair. You really cannot get it to your scalp. I tried super hard. I tried with dry hair, damp hair, soaking wet hair, and it didn't work in any situation. So that was really sad, and it didn't really help in like really cleansing my scalp anyway. Maybe because I couldn't really get to scrub it. Up until now, the only scalp scrub that's worked for me has been a scalp brush, because I can really get to the roots. Products like these just do not work. I've tried a scalp scrub from Love Beauty and Planet, that didn't work, and even this one. And the sugar just dissolves super quickly when it comes in contact with water, when you try to not have such a thick texture. It's also really thick in the texture. Maybe that was also an issue. If it was slightly more liquidy, maybe it would have worked. I don't know. Or maybe a scalp scrub like this just won't make any difference. You just need some salicylic acid or glycolic acid for your scalp and just chemically exfoliate your scalp. So yeah, this was pretty sad. And now we're on to the biggest category, that is going to be makeup, because you can judge makeup much quicker than you can judge skincare or even hair care. So the first product I have comes from SUROSKIE. It's their My Glow Tinted Moisturizer, and oh my god, this was so bad. It's so patchy. It doesn't blend out well. It doesn't even have an amazing coverage. I wasn't even expecting coverage, to be honest, because tinted moisturizer is not supposed to be super heavy on coverage. But this just is such a bad product. I couldn't even get through with my whole makeup. Like, I had to remove my base because I was like, this is not going to work. Nothing went on top smoothly of this. So yeah, overall this was a very, very disappointing product, especially because I've seen so many people just, gloat about it. It was just super disappointing. Another tinted moisturizer or tinted sunscreen rather that I really, really did not like comes from Plum. This is their rice water and niacinamide. Even though I'm a huge fan of Plum's niacinamide and rice water range, this is something that did not work for me at all. It's so yellow to begin with, and there's only one color, so that's the biggest bummer out there. But again, it went on really patchy. It clung on to my dry patches. It didn't really blend out well, and overall just wasn't, the best feeling tinted sunscreen out there. We have so many amazing ones now that, even a mediocre product really cannot kill it for me. This next product was such a big heartbreak, also because of the price tag that is attached to it. I'm talking about my Charlotte Tilbury Matte Beauty Blush Wand, and I have the shade Pillow Talk Dream Pop, and I was so excited for this because this looks like such a bright, beautiful color. But literally, as soon as I tried to apply it, I got to know that I have gotten a faulty packaging, and look at how messy it has gotten. Like, even my sponge isn't fully soaked, but my whole packaging is. So that is a bummer. And even when it comes to the formulation, I'm not the hugest fan. I love my contour wand so much because the texture is super thin, so it blends out like a dream. But when it comes to this, the texture is slightly thicker, or maybe because I had a faulty packaging, the airway supply chain was a little off and it has gotten thick. I'm not really sure, but it's slightly thicker, so it's a little bit more difficult to blend on the skin, and that's why I was like super disappointed. And I get why people are not the hugest fan of packagings like these. It is because of incidents like these, and again, because you're paying such a hefty price, this is the last thing you would want. And now I have to keep it somewhere safe so that it doesn't literally stain everything. I have two different products for the brows, and even though I've been trying so many different things out, these two really stood out to me in the most negative way out there. The first one comes from e.l.f. It is their Instant Lift Waterproof Brow Pencil, and this was a newer launch, and everyone was like, this is going to be so amazing because e.l.f. really knows their shit around stuff. But this is so disappointing, honestly. This is so waxy and just so hard to apply, and even on the back of my hand it's so hard to apply, so I can't even imagine how hard to apply it is between the brows where the skin is a little bit more slippery and you really need something that can glide well. Plus it just smudges all over the place. Like, it's not waterproof, it's not smudge proof, budge proof, so it's not the best situation for your brows to be in. And overall I just did not enjoy the texture, the feel and everything, so it's a no from my side for this one. And the second brow product I have comes from Mars. This is basically a liner and a brow product. This is their multi pods, and I've talked about this over on my Instagram as well. While I was not at all happy with the choice of colors, because you have a brown shade. I've tried the brown powder because I was like, who's even applying a black powder on their brows? I also tried the black one as an eyeliner, and even that wasn't the best situation out there because again it smudged really badly. And overall just the choice of the colors was really off, and even texture wise and stay power and everything, it just wasn't the best. So I tried the brown powder on my eyes and black as the liner, and both ways it just failed miserably. And Mars rarely fails, so this is one of the rare products that I would be like, stay away from it even if it's affordable. We're down to the last two products, so I'm not going to bore you with a lot of yapping. So next up I have Type Beauty's mascara. This is their Lash Out Volumizing Waterproof Mascara, and honestly I tried a couple of things from Type Beauty with high expectations and I was super disappointed, but this one was by far the most disappointing product. Basically this is supposed to be a volumizing mascara with a very different wand, like it's curved and it's conical and whatnot, and this did nothing for my lashes, absolutely nothing for my lashes. It didn't give me length, it didn't give me volume, it just barely covered them, which is so sad, especially because again I had high expectations from this and I have non-existent lashes, so I want my mascara to really work for me, and this one just did not do it. Again, I tried a couple of things from them. I'm still gonna try more things from them in the hope of finding something I will absolutely love. So this is something I really regretted buying. And the last product I have is this PIXI tint, and oh my god, now by far this is absolutely the worst tint that I've tried, and trust me, with so many tints out there in the market, that's a huge statement. And first of all, what is this shade even? This is the shade Heavenly, and even their other shades, they're so off. This is such a patchy, weird formula, and this looked so bad on my skin. I honestly don't know anyone who would look good in this shade because it's a very ghostly shade. I feel like ghosts are going to be prettier than you be after applying this, because it's just a very weird shade, and it was so patchy. Like, it's going patchy even on the back of my hand, which is much more plain of a surface than my lips. And just overall the shade selection, the formulation of this one, everyone. It's just not it. It's definitely most definitely skippable. But yes, those were all of the products that I regretted buying. Let me know what products do you regret buying, because it's a community effort of making sure that all of us do not regret our future purchases. So let me know one product that you regretted buying down in the comment section. But that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really hope this helped you in making up your mind if you were planning to purchase any of these. But that's gonna be it from my side. Again, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then don't forget to comment and subscribe, because that would mean the absolute world to me. And I'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care. I love you all so much. Mwah. Bye.